Hey y'all, so I want to say this. Some people don't want to have children or they scared to have kids because they are afraid or not even being afraid. They don't want to do to them what their parents done to them. So like for example, some people they choose not to have kids not because they're afraid of us. They don't want to repeat the same pattern that how their parents treated them. They don't want to treat their children that way. So they choose not to have children just so that they don't repeat the same pattern. And then there are some people who have kids and surpass the way their parents treated them. Like for example, there's some parents have kids, their parents have kids, right? And their parents abused them, neglected them, never loved them, never, told them, showed them that they loved them. So they was like, okay, I'm not going to have children because I don't want that pattern to be passed down to my kids, you know? So, but there are some people whose parents were abusive to them, neglected them, never showed love to them. And then when they had kids, they didn't treat their kids the same way that their parents treated them. They didn't neglect them. They loved them. They loved them. They showed them love. They did not abuse them. So not all. How can I put it? How can I say? Not everything is not generic. Everything is not passed down. Like how your parents treat you is not how you're going to treat your kids. You can break generational curses. You can do all of that. Just because your parents treat you bad don't mean you have to treat your kids bad. You generation curse can stop at you. It can end with you. It can stop at you. It can don't have to go no further to your children. So don't be afraid. Don't be scared to have a child because you think that's going to be passed on from you to your children the way your parents passed on their trauma to you. You know, Not everything have to be passed on. It can stop at you. You know, just because it was done to you don't mean you have to pass it to your children. So yeah, let's end that generational curse, generational abuse, or whatever, generational trauma, whatever. If it started, let it end. It don't have to be a continuous thing. Okay, so if you were abused, don't mean you have to abuse your children. You know, so let's break this generational curse. Not everything has to always be passed down. That's bad. Let's pass on good things. Let's generational wealth. Let's pass that on. Let's make it a new thing. And what began with you don't always have to, how you say, or not with you, but what began or happened to you don't always have to happen to the next generation. Or what happened in your generation don't mean it have to happen in the next generation. We can end that, smash that, crush that. And with all that, with that being said, I love y'all.